retaliate. Suddenly, as promised, I got you guys at Judge Parker's court. The famous hanging judge. Let's see what this building is.
The children are listening.
The children are listening. That's a cool ass train. A building worth saving. The commissionary, one of the city's most ironic landmarks, is the oldest building in Fort Smith. Its foundation was originally a raised platform from which to shoot cannons for defending the fort. The two-story building you see today was built on the foundation by the military in 1846 for food storage. And there it is. Cannons. I want to shoot a cannon. If we get closer to the jail, hopefully we can get Cherokee Bill to come through the spirit talker. U.S. covered wagon. U.S. flag. Noise. We're not making any noise, spirit. Let's look at this wagon. Ooh, look at those old barrels. Reminds me of Captain Jack. This place was, like I said, the famous hanging Judge Isaac Parker. And also this is Trail of Tears land where the Indians crossed. Many passed along the way.
What is going on?
Nothing, spirit. We're just live streaming. Would you like to tell us your story? We'll go up to the jail. That's the courthouse on one end and the jail on the other. I'd like to go inside, but I don't think it's open. Has anybody else been downtown Fort Smith? Religious. That's pretty cool. At night, bats fly all around that building. Hundreds of them. I don't know why. There's no cannon. This place you can see spirit dogs, spirit people.
Died very recently.
You did, spirit? I'm sorry. That's possible because the VA cemetery is right over there. Seventeen what, spirit? I didn't get out my equipment. I just brought the spirit talker so you guys can see this place in the daytime, because usually when we come it's night. That's the jail, the old jail. That's where the outlaws, The most famous outlaws were held. Thank you for the follow, Jamie. Hey, Anna. If I had Tanky here with me, we'd probably have some equipment out. Carl. Hi, Carl. Can't really see inside there. But it is like one big room. And there's a big like water trough in the middle of the room where they used to get their water. It sounds horrible. Jamie, I'm at the famous Judge Parker courthouse, the hanging judge. Gallows is in the background. We'll go over there in just a sec. Trying to communicate with Cherokee Bill. Belle Starr was locked up in there at one point. The James brothers was locked up in there. But the most famous one that was actually unalived at the gallows was Cherokee Bill and Jack Spaniard. He was unalived there. I've got a whole theory of who killed Belle Starr. So, and I do believe I'm right. I did lots of years of research on it. There's the old saloon over there. We'll walk over there. That looks cool. Hey.
Hi. Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. How are you? U.S. Court. That's what they used to bring like when they capture the prisoners, and they'd bring them like from Van Buren and Muskogee or wherever. That's how they'd ride them in. You can tell by the bars. How would you like to go 100 miles in that thing? Just to get here to meet your demise right there. Anybody want a snapshot of it? Let me scoot back. There you go. That's a pretty picture right there. Let's see if there's anybody in this used to be the actual entrance to the side of the court, but it looks like to be locked up. And there they are. There's the gallows. Do y'all want to come down here like at 4 o'clock in the evening so we can go inside?
You had one eye.
You had one eye. Inside to where the gallows are, and then inside to where the jail is. The only thing they won't let us do is bring equipment inside. But we can see the gallows through this door. The whole gang was unalived here at the gallows. The youngest one was 17. That's a sad story. Usually when I get close to here, they always say I was innocent. But they would walk right up there. Stand right up in there. And then they would fall right up here. And then the whole courtyard was full of witnesses. Jonathan, we had Judge Parker's court, the famous hanging judge. I believe it was 176 men that was unalived.
Yes, I did.
Right here. Right there on those gallows. they would be looking out through this way. Ghost? Well, we hope so. We were looking for some ghosts. I'll take you guys to one spot right up over there between those rocks. It's a little girl who had passed away on the Trail of Tears. Her name's Eleanor. She usually comes through the Spirit Talker up there. Yeah, this is Arkansas, and this was a major part of the trail. And then they crossed over the river into Oklahoma, and that's where they settled, Cherokees and Choctaws. All 5 civilized tribes. The chiefs, they were money hungry. They sold the land to the white man. And then when the rest of the tribe refused to leave, they were forced out by the military and put on the trails. And a lot of them passed away. We're going to walk over to this old saloon because it's cool.
It's time to leave.
Spirit, I just got here. Can we not show just a little bit? I wonder if I can go in there. I don't think it. Well, there's a sign. Let me see what the sign says. The lawbreakers and the peacemakers. Theater? It's a theater. No trespassing or parking behind this sign. Thank you. Okay, we will not break the law. But let me see if I can zoom out. I don't know if they let me zoom in on the live or not. But it's the O Saloon.
Francis.
Hey, Francis. How are you tonight, Francis? Yeah, the emotions they were feeling. To ride in on that thing, from all the way from Muskogee, it would take forever. Just to go to that little jail over there in one room with all those other men, and then unalived right there. But they only unalived the ones who committed a felony, I can't say this word, but unalived other people. However, they never had enough evidence that they did this. And so that's the reason our spirit talker usually will say something like, I was innocent. I know Belle Starr, she was coming in. She was the only alibi for Jack Spaniard. And when I go see Belle Starr's grave, I'll usually tell that whole story. But she was chased out of town and unalived by the police, by the sheriffs. So she could not stand trial. And then they unalived Jack Spaniard on the gallows. People's like, oh, I don't know who shot her. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. When she was laying passed out in the street downtown Fort Smith, where you see those cars running right there, it used to be dirt. When she was passed out there, the sheriff confiscated her weapons, which was a double-barrel pew-pew and a pistol. And she was unalived by her own double-barrel pew-pew. And, of course, the sheriff had that in his possession. You guys like Fort Smith? Thank you for the follow. It's going too fast. Tap Jail Queen. Thank you for the follow, Mike. I'm going to write an article on it. Yes, he used her own pew-pew to take her out. She'd go downtown, and she would show her ass. And she would point her weapons at the sheriff just because she could. And then she would get wasted. And at one time, she got wasted. They took her stuff while she was wasted in the street. A, they didn't like her. And B, they didn't want Jack Spaniard to walk free.
I know I am dead.
That's good, spirit. Can you tell us what happened to you? There's so many spirits that come through here because of the Trail of Tears and the hangings, you know. And right back over there is very dangerous. Tanky goes back in there, over that hill. If you go over that hill, on the other side of it is the river. And that's where, to this day, they find unalive people. It's like a dumping spot.
Christy.
Hey, Christy. Thought there was another cannon out here. I don't see it. All right, let's go up here and see if Eleanor will say hi. I don't see any bats yet. Last time, no, 2 times ago when we were here, Spirit Talker said 2 men approaching, and then it said dangerous. And sure enough, from right over there, those trees, here come 2 men at us. And yes, they were dangerous. And we were parked right over there. We ran to our car with our equipment. We just stood all together and took off. You suffered? Oh, the Spirit Talker said it suffered. I didn't hear that one. I'm sorry, Spirit. Yeah, sometimes, unfortunately, when you meet the gallows, it doesn't snap the neck immediately. So basically, you just hang there and suffocate.
Carriage.
Yes, Spirit, carriage. Your carriage is on the other side of this building. We always get carriage and stuff like that when we come down here. Did you come in a carriage to go to jail?
Fatal.
Fatal? Yeah, it means your court case didn't go very well. Think if they did that to this day. Oh my goodness. Right about here is where we can always hear Eleanor. Eleanor, are you here? She was a little Indian girl. Says she's 5 years old. And she almost made it. Almost made it across the river. She traveled hundreds of miles and got to right here. Because she says that she was unalived right here. And almost made it to Oklahoma. That's sad. Yeah. And the electric chair too, because it would burn a person alive. Yeah. Could you imagine that? But I do come down here at dark with all the bats and all the homeless people trying to attack us and all that good stuff when Tanky is with me. But I told you on last night's live, since I would be alone, that I was definitely coming in the daytime before the crazy happens.
It's time to talk.
Okay, Spirit, you can talk. Go ahead. It appeared in the 1890s. It was first a military barrack. Yeah, I see. I guess they use this as the barracks, and then that building right over there that we seen first, they used that to shoot cannons off of. Yeah, especially at night. When we did an investigation at night, they won't let us go inside the jail. The reason they don't let us go inside the jail is because the last paranormal group that went in there, and it's been a long time ago, they did contact Cherokee Bill, and he was so angry that he busted every pipe inside the whole courthouse, and it cost him over $10,000 to replace the piping. So now they don't let anybody go in there with any equipment. We did stand outside with the equipment. Cherokee Bill, you could verbally hear him. You didn't need any devices. You could hear him saying, "Get out of here." And he also came through my live phone and was saying, "Leave, get out." And so, of course, we left immediately when he started that. And then when Tanky looked through one of these windows, and there's a crawler on the ground. I'll use the SLS and see if the crawler's still there. It was an old town drunk that had passed away right here in front, and he still crawls around to this day. I'll do the SLS here in a minute and see if he's still crawling around. But Tanky went through, I think, he looked through one of these windows with the live string, and inside you could see a shadow figure like hanging from the ceiling. And you can see a tall shadow figure that was like 6'4". Can't really see. Who wants to come in here during the daytime? I mean, when they're open. Can't see. Let's see if we can catch our shadow figure. He calls himself Cat. The shadow figure. Numerous times we asked him his name, he just say Cat. Cat. Then we're like, is it an actual cat? Then we found out the story of the town drunk that did pass away. He had he didn't freeze or anything. He just like over intoxicated himself. Turn around, camera, so we can see. Let's see if he's still here. Yeah, he's there. Hold on, guys. He was just there. Come out, Cat. I just seen you. No, don't crawl on me. Stop. Stop. He does that. He likes to attach to your legs. Stop. Please stop. You're not allowed to attach to me. Shit. He's serious. He's on me. See, guys? See? There he is. You stay there, cat. You are not allowed to attach to me. He stays right here where he was unalived, right here. Right. If they, I can look around, but I can't bring any equipment with me. Well, this is Cat. You come here. He will stay here, but he will cling to your legs. The reason I know it's not an actual cat because that's a human stick figure, not a cat stick figure. And I had asked, you know, what the guy's name was. I think they told me his name was Jim. Is that you, Jim? Hi, Jim. But that's him. We call him the creepy crawler. It's best when you have somebody because you can see him crawl all over the person. It's so funny. I think Takey got him crawling all over me. Then I turned around and got him crawling all over her. No, Carrie Lou. He will stay right here in this area. He will not go past like right past that right there. He won't go past that. He will not. He stays right here. Right here. Let me see if he wants to say his name. Spirit talker. Okay, Jim. You have anything to say? Yeah, it's funny, but not really. It's kind of creepy. Like,
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Aw, guys, he said he was sorry. That's okay, Jim. I'm going to forgive you. You just gave me a little scare. When spirits crawl around on your legs, you just, you know, you don't know if they're going to try to take you home. You go home with them, and I don't have anybody to scan me because I'm by myself, Jim, so can you stop doing that? But you are forgiven. But he said he was sorry. Right over here in this corner is where you could hear Cherokee Bill hollering from inside the building out at us, saying, "Get out of here." And then all of a sudden the spirit talker when to Zachary it said bang like that. That's Cherokee Bill having a sense of humor.
I'm in my 60s.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And down the road, like I was telling Live last night, down the road is called a used coffin store. And I'm like, what do they do? Did they just like, hey, your family didn't pay rent, so you're out of here. We're going to resell your coffin for used prices now. I don't get it.
Stroke.
They said, hey, baby, look what I found, guys. Look what I found. I found this adorable doggy. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Do you guys like that doggy? He probably smelled that. He probably smelled that spirit on me. What do y'all think? He went right to where that spirit was on my leg and sniffed. How cool is that? Thank you for the follow, Jenny. So now I'm thinking that spirit's on my leg because I walked away from there and the dog was, hey, Shelly, and the dog was sniffing where the spirit was, the crawler. And I don't have anybody scare me. Yeah, Carrie. But I was already off the.
They
Where,
hear me scream.
oh, they hear you scream. This is sad. Lots of them up there on the gallows were screaming and begging for their lives. Lots of them. And everybody just stood there and watched. Reminds me of that book by is it Stephen King called The Lottery. It's where every year they have a big old festival party, but then they draw a name and that person is stoned until they were unalive. It could be your neighbor, it could be your teacher, it could be anybody in the community. It could be a child. And everybody just stood around and cast the stones. I'm like, what? But yeah, everybody stood around and watched these people. It was entertainment. They would come from miles around just to watch. Thank you for the follow, Judy. Couldn't imagine that. Who wants to take a trip to Belle Starr's grave and let me tell that story? Belle Starr, she only plays with the music box when we go there. She don't do anything else.
Ada.
Hey, Ada. She doesn't do anything else but play with the music box. Thanks for the follow, Jeremy. I don't know how. I didn't read through the whole book, but I think they drew a name or something like that.
Many died here.
Yes, Spirit. Many did pass here. Many. You want to go? Thank you for the follow. Oh, let me see if I don't chop your name up. Is it NASA? Thank you for the follow, Cindy. You want to go, Carrie? So yeah, somehow or another, on that building, maybe over here to the side, they would shoot cannons out of there. Because this is Fort.
I'm in my 50s.
You're in your 50s? Because this is Fort Smith, so there's a fort here. And across the way where I didn't know if I was going to go here tonight or go over to Fort Chaffee, where Elvis used to be based. So I guess we're going to go to Fort Chaffee tomorrow. And we can go into the barbershop where he got his first haircut in the military. Y'all want to do that? It's very haunted there. I think it was the ghost hunters that came in and deemed that Fort Chaffee was one of the most haunted places they'd ever been to. Yes, Cindy? Maybe we can get some souvenirs because they turned it into a big gift shop, and maybe we can give some away to some of you guys on the live. Yeah? Maybe they got some souvenirs with some Elvis on it. Some like Elvis pictures getting his haircut. You should dig here. I'm not digging here, Spirit. Nobody's digging. This is famous hanging judge Isaac Parker. 176 men perished at his hands. Some of them was given a actual trial. Some was not. They're like, hey, you did it. That's funny, Gary. It's true. It's true. They're like, hey, you did it. You were somewhere around that area, and you're bad. The reason I'm partial to Belle Star because she is my cousin. She was a drunk. And I'll tell the whole Belle Star story when I get there, but she did not like taking showers, guys. Great grandmother, she would like have to run the tub of water, make her get in it.
Died a long time ago.
She would put clothes on top of clothes on top of clothes just to hide the stench. Now, this is a true story. That is cool. That's an arrowhead. Thank you for the follow, Tiffany. Yeah, layering down. She layered down. The day that she was unalive, she had came from her home. I believe it was up in McAllister, is in Muskogee, all the way down to Fort Smith on 6th Street. And Jim July was her new husband, when she was really young, Cherokee Indian. She had to marry Cherokee to keep her land. Okay, so she married Jim July. She had put him at the family's house on 6th Street. His job that night was to be making moonshine. Okay, and they traveled over to Moffat to make the moonshine and make as many jars as they could make. And she couldn't stay down at Grandpa and Grandma's house because she had stole one of Grandpa's horses. And he was mad and said she couldn't be there. So she came during the daytime when Grandpa was at work. And Granny gave her a bath, made her some cornbread and stuff. And so she was traveling from Fort Smith up to Poto area, Sugarloaf Mountain. That's where the James brothers had their hideouts. We are going to venture up on top of that mountain to their famous hideout. Okay. But before she got there, like, as soon as she left Fort Smith, the sheriff was right on her trail. They chased her all the way back to her home. She out, rode them. They chased her all the way. And then when they caught up with her, they unalived her, and they unalived her.
Anomaly.
They pew-pewed her in the back, and then when she fell off her horse, they went and pew-pewed her right in the face. That's how bad they hated her. And actually, her horse passed away shortly after that because she rode it too hard and it hurt its legs. So not a whole lot of people know this, but the family knows this, that her gravesite, her horse was cremated and is on top of where she's buried, the ground. They scattered his ashes, or her ashes. The guardhouse. What are you saying, Spirit? Don't mean to ignore you, Spirit. The battery. Yeah. Okay, so it says the battery. And the battery is definitely going down. Good job, Spirit. I grew up in Oklahoma, but I'm in Washington now. Really? But we did go up there to see her gravesite, and yeah, only thing, there's so much stuff all over her grave. Key rings. While we got our live restricted, TikTok would not let us have our live. They said it is we cannot download it or have the replay of it because on her gravesite there was a little round keychain, and on it was a little gold pew pew. Somebody had left her. And we showed it on live stream, and boom. Oh, you're showing weapons online. No, that's a keychain, TikTok. So we lost that whole live, the whole story, and I've got to go back up there and redo it.
Raymond.
Raymond. Hi, Raymond. So we got to do that, and we've got to make it to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain, where the James brothers hideout was. The younger brothers, co-younger, and all of them, and the James brothers, they had that hideout there, and it's still a mystery.
Francis.
Hey, Francis. It's still a mystery where Frank and Jesse James buried their last train robbery. It's somewhere between their hideout and up by Muskogee. Because when they took the gold bars from the train, they couldn't carry it because their horse was wounded, and they were wounded because um, the lawman that was guarding the gold was shooting at them.
My name is Harry.
Hey, Harry. So we're going to climb this mountain, Sugarloaf Mountain, and we're going to ask him where it's at. He wants to do that.
Building.
Oh, you did? You did all your research papers? No, I'm not kidding, Carrie. But yeah, when they asked Frank and Jesse James where did they hide,
Shadow.
you see a shadow? Where did they hide those gold bars? I think if we find it, we get like a 10% finder's fee. Yeah, we'll share the wealth. And as we're looking for it, if they tell us where it is, and as we're looking for it, carrying the live with me, and we're going to find it together. But other than that, this is Fort Smith, Isaac Parker, famous hanging judge. Yeah, that's instead for a hunt. Yeah.
We're not bad.
You're not bad. What I will do is when we're actually looking for it, now when they're telling us where it is, it's gonna be subscribers only. And when we're looking for it and we find it, it's gonna be between our subscribers and us. That, you know, the ones that support our channel. But I'll let you guys know when that happens. But yeah, we're not keeping it all. We want to share the wealth. Everybody needs money.
I was religious.
So with that being said, downtown Fort Smith. Do you remember that, Carrie? Downtown Fort Smith? There's the Indian lady with the arrow. Let me see if I can zoom in. I think if you go right here. Ferris wheel. There's like a tear in her eye. So sad. Anyway, there's downtown Fort Smith. But anyway, spirits, you're not allowed to attach to me.
You're okay here.
Anybody on our live? Any equipment? I'm okay here? Yes, I'm in the parking lot, spirit. Anything, any equipment, anybody in the live. And Crawler, Jim, Cat, whatever your name is, you're not allowed to come with me or attached to me or my leg. It's in Jesus Christ's name, amen. I'm going to go ahead and close this live and get home to get ready to go to work. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow night. Oh, wait, before you go. When I go to Fort Chaffee tomorrow, it's going to be early during the daytime when the gift shops and stuff is open. It's going to be before 5 o'clock. So if y'all want to see the barbershop where Elvis got his first military haircut and all that stuff, it's going to be about 3:30 when I get to Fort Chaffee to start, showing you guys all that. Good night, Carrie. Good night, everyone.